Well, on Tuesday morning, we had a snow squall move its way through the Denver area, which led a lot of you to go, what is a snow squall? That's what I'm here for. I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and yes, we had a snow squall push its way through the heart of the Denver metro area. A lot of you might remember the fact that it picked up a quick 1 to 2 inches worth of snowfall. By the way, it melted almost immediately afterwards. But let's actually take a look at what we saw on Tuesday morning here on HD Doppler radar. And boy, was it busy or what on Tuesday morning with that snow squall that pushed its way through the heart of the metro area, and then it moved south and east across basically all the eastern half of the state of Colorado, and it led to this kind of quick burst of snow and wind. We had a 58-mile-an-hour wind gust as this moved through out at the airport, led to all sorts of disruptions out there, and that burst of heavy snowfall. We saw 1 to 2 inches worth of snowfall, and it piled up very, very quickly. So, what's a snow squall? By the way, Denver on Tuesday had its first ever snow squall warning issued for the city. So the city saw its first snow squall warning. By the way, those snow squall warnings are only about 5 years old. They just started with the National Weather Service a few years ago. There's our 5th winter with those. So a snow squall is a burst of snow and wind. Think of, it's kind of 2 ways to think of it. One would be a mini blizzard. A blizzard technically requires 3 or more hours of 35-mile-an-hour or more sustained winds with falling or blowing snow, and quarter-mile or less visibility. Those are 3 kind of things you need for a blizzard. A snow squall is kind of a mini, in terms of time, version of that. The other way to think about a snow squall, this is the way I kind of like to think of it or explain it, is think of a snow thunderstorm. Think of a thunderstorm where you kind of get, right, a thunderstorm doesn't usually last more than, say, an hour, and even if it lasts an hour, that's a long time for a thunderstorm in the summer. A snow squall is, again, kind of think of a snow thunderstorm where you kind of get a quick burst of snow and wind. Sometimes, actually, we did see some thunder snow in association with this squall this morning. You can sometimes get a little bit of lightning within a snow squall as well, especially the more powerful ones. Again, this morning's, Tuesday morning's snow squall did produce a little bit in the way of some thunder snow. But one thing that you won't see with snow squalls is a ton of snowfall totals. That said, if I were to just show you that we picked up 1 to 2 inches worth of snowfall, you might go, what's the big deal in terms of, snow? If I were to show you a forecast of 1 to 2 inches of snow, you'd probably go, oh, whatever. But the fact that it's comes so quickly, that snow bursts through and it drops all that snow very quickly, that can lead to some of those major disruptions that we were talking about. So again, just to kind of recap what a snow squall is, it's a fast-moving burst of snow, basically. It often reduces visibility down to a quarter mile or less. And whenever you hear snow squall, the thing you should think of, don't travel, don't drive. Because visibility, and I know we had all sorts of accidents on Tuesday morning across the Denver metro area as a result of that. It makes travel very difficult. Again, you can't see much. You can go from a little bit of light snow to, bam, very quickly, heavy snowfall with a quarter mile or less visibility. And then it's over as quickly, or seemingly as quickly as it starts, with often those snow squalls lasting 30-45 minutes, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully that explains what a snow squall is and why. Also, totally fair if this is the first time you've ever heard of a snow squall, because again, Denver experiencing its first ever snow squall warning on Tuesday morning. So again, it might be a new term, and that's why, but the Weather Service will continue issuing those in the coming years, and I assure you we'll see more snow squalls in the Denver area as well as across parts of Colorado as we head over the next few years as well. So hopefully that explains what a snow squall is. Once again, I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi.